King Darius approached the sealed lion's den as dawn painted the sky golden. His voice cracked with regret as he called down, "Daniel, has your God saved you from the lions?" The response from the pit would rewrite history. Prophet unharmed among predators. This is the sacred account of one night that proved faith stronger than fear. No one survived the lion's den. That was the point of its terror. Yet Daniel did. His story, often softened for children, carries depths of political intrigue, royal anguish, and divine intervention that still inspire believers today. The year was around 539 BC. The Babylonian Empire had crumbled under Persian might. Darius the Mede assumed leadership. He restructured the government with 120 regional governors. 3 presidents supervised these governors. Daniel, a Jewish exile of noble birth, was chosen as one. His wisdom, gained from years of service under multiple kings, made him stand out. The king was so impressed he planned to elevate Daniel over the entire kingdom. This decision planted seeds of resentment in the hearts of those who felt displaced by the foreigner. Daniel's daily rhythm never changed despite his status. At morning, noon, and evening he would retreat, windows facing the distant ruins of Jerusalem, on his knees before the God of his ancestors. The jealous officials met in secret. They crafted a law they knew Daniel would break. It appealed to the king's ego. No prayers to any but him for a month. Darius signed it, making it irrevocable under Persian law. The document was sent out. The officials smiled. Their plan was in motion. All they needed was to catch Daniel in prayer. As expected, Daniel continued his practice without hesitation. The spies watched from hiding. They saw him kneel, saw his lips move in quiet petition. Their evidence was airtight. Bursting into the throne room, they reminded the king of his solemn decree, then pointed the finger at Daniel. The king's countenance fell. He had been used as a pawn in their game. Darius labored until sunset to find any clause to free his servant. None existed. The law was the law. With a heavy heart, he gave the command that would test both his rule and Daniel's faith. The den awaited, a deep pit carved from rock, home to several lions. Their roars could be heard from afar. Daniel was lowered in by ropes. The stone closed over him like a tomb. Alone in the darkness, the smell of beasts all around him. Daniel had every reason to panic. Yet the scriptures suggest he trusted completely. His God had rescued before. He would again. Up in the palace, the king tossed sleeplessly. No harpists or rich foods could distract him. His mind remained with Daniel in the den. Dawn seemed an eternity away. In the den, unseen forces were at work. An angel stood guard. The lions lay down as if tamed, their usual ferocity replaced by calm. A holy stillness filled the space where death should have reigned. Daniel may have spent the night in prayer or peaceful rest. The presence of God was more real than the danger. What seemed like certain destruction became a divine appointment. The first light appeared on the horizon. Darius ran to the den without protocol. His urgent call pierced the morning air. "Daniel, servant of the living God, are you there?" "O king, live forever," came the immediate reply. "My God sent his angel and closed the lions' mouths. They have not injured me. I stand before you innocent." The stone was rolled away. Daniel stepped out into the light. Not a mark on him. The court stood in awe. The God of Israel had displayed his power before an empire. The officials who schemed against him were summoned. They faced the same pit with their families. The lion's true nature returned. The evil they intended for Daniel returned upon their own heads. King Darius then wrote to all nations and peoples. He declared that the God of Daniel is the living God. His dominion is everlasting. He delivers and rescues as shown that day. Daniel went on to thrive under Persian rule. His faithfulness became legendary. The lion's den transformed from a symbol of terror to one of the greatest illustrations of divine protection in Scripture. This story invites reflection. When we are thrown into our own dens of difficulty, will we trust like Daniel? The same God who was with him in Babylon walks with us now. The narrative reminds us that integrity and consistent prayer matter, even when no one seems to be watching, especially then. For God is always watching and able to deliver in surprising ways. Warm light now fills the chamber where once darkness threatened. The lions are silent witnesses to a greater power. Daniel's survival points beyond himself to the God who holds all creation in his hands. Forgotten details like the king's sleepless night and the officials' families reveal the high stakes of that ancient evening. It was not just one man's trial, but a crossroads for an entire kingdom's understanding of divinity. Stories like this one from the book of Daniel reveal hidden layers when examined closely. If you appreciate these thoughtful, cinematic explorations of sacred history, consider supporting us by subscribing. Join the community at Sacred Chronicles HQ. Hit subscribe and the bell icon for weekly releases. Share this video with friends. Let's keep these powerful biblical moments alive for new generations seeking truth and inspiration in uncertain times. Your engagement helps us continue this important work.